Back to the offensive truth again with your host, Dads. Hope you all doing good today. Got another interesting topics, excuse me, for you today. The topic I'm going to be discussing today, we're going to discuss two things here. Where are the Israelites of the Bible, and where are the Egyptians of the Bible? That's what we're going to discuss today. We're going to actually go in the Bible and actually try to find where are the biblical Egyptians in the Bible and where are the biblical Israelite in the Bible without using external information, just using just the Bible to locate these people, right? And see if they matched up with the people that we so-called see in Egypt and Israel, if they fit the curses and all that stuff, right? So let's dive into this interesting topic today. Now, before we go into this interesting topic, we are going to bear this scripture today in the Bible, right? We're going to bear this scripture, right? And as you see, I'm on Bible Hub here, right? And we're looking at Isaiah 28:10. 28:10. The reason I say this, because this is actually telling you how to research stuff in the Bible, right? And this is going to be very important for you to understand where I'm going with this conversation. So pay attention. So as you see here, it says, for precept must be upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. Well, what that scripture means is that the truth in the Bible is not all one place. Okay? So when the Bible tells you something, if that's a truth in the Bible, it should be multiple place that topic or that passage should remember. So no one should give you a one passage. So bear this in mind as we start here. So first we're going to go and look to see where is the biblical Egyptian of the Bible and where would they have been today, right? So first we're going to go look at Ezekiel 29:12 and 13, right? So if you look at Ezekiel 29:12 here on my screen and 13, it says here, and I will make the land of Egypt desolate in the midst of the countries that are desolate, and her cities among the cities that are laid waste shall be desolate 40 years. And I will scatter the Egyptians among the nations, and will disperse them through the countries. Yet thus said the Lord, the end of the 40 years I will gather Egyptians from the people whither they were scattered. Right? So basically the story here is that the Egyptian got a curse similar to the Israelite. But it's a little different. They were well, it's similar. They're scattered, right? So now we're going to dive into another Ezekiel prophecy here. And if you look here, it says here, this is what happened to the Egyptian again. And I will scatter Egyptians among the nation and disperse them amongst the country, and they shall know that I am the Lord. Right? So basically, the Egyptians is not in their original homeland. Now, I could go on and on. To get the story here, you can, if you doubt what I'm saying, don't understand it, go and read the full Ezekiel 29 and the full Ezekiel 30, and you'll get the full thing in context, right? But that's the curse that the Egyptian got. That is why we know that the Egyptian now are not the original Egyptian that's in the Bible. Because the Egyptian now, they are not black. Okay? But the Bible tells you that, but okay, people don't even pay attention to that. But anyway, we're going to move on to the Israelites now, right? So now, we're going to go and look. Before we go over to the Israelites, let's go back and look at another Egyptian topic here. Another thing again with Egyptians. So look here again. To prove that Egyptians in the Bible is different from what we have seen now. Look at here again. It says here, then said the Lord said, just as my servant Isaiah has gone stripped and barefoot for 3 years as a sign and portent against Egypt and Cush. So the king of Assyria will lead away stripped and barefoot Egyptians captives and Cushite exiles, young and old, buttocks beard, to Egypt to shame, right? So here, basically, Egyptian and Cush. We all know that Ethiopians would have been Cush in the Bible. So we all know what's going on here. Pay close attention. We're going to move on to the Israelites. Now, the Israelites got more mention because they're the chosen one, right? So now we're going to move to the Israelite. Now, interestingly, right now, if you notice that these modern people in Israel that all the church are sending their offering money to, saying that they're blessing the people of God, they're not the real Israelite. The word Jew is fabricated anyway, and the Bible proves it. Proves it plain like daylight, right? First of all, those people in Israel right now, they didn't go 400 years of slavery. That's the first thing. Secondly, they got their real last name. Third, they was not scattered all over the world. Now, we're going to go in the Bible. And like I said, barely here a little, there a little, right? So we're going to go do this. We're going to look at scatter. And I'm just using a standard Bible website here right now. I'm not cherry picking nothing. So if you look here, look at the word scatter, right? These are the curse of the original Israelites of the Bible. Now, I'm not going to read through everything here because this thing got the wrong name. We all know we don't call the Almighty Lord, right? But as it says here, Elohim scatter them abroad upon the face of all the earth, right? And we're going to go down further here. We're going to go down further here. This is what? Genesis 49:7. So look here. Curse be there to anger, for it was fierce, and their rod, for it was cruel. I will divide them in Jacob and scatter them in Israel. All right, so that's just Israel. So we're going to go further here. All right, look at this here. Look at all the scattering happening to the Israelite. But we're going to pay attention to this one down here. We're going to pay attention to Jeremiah 9. Right? It says, I will scatter them also among the heathen, whom neither they nor their fathers have known, and I will send a sword after them till I have consumed them. Right? Now, if you read that full chapter in Jeremiah 9, just the whole chapter, it tells you that when the Israelites get enslaved, they're going to get foreign language. They're going to lose their last name. They're not going to know anything about what they get sold into. Right? Now we're going to go and look at this again here. Wind of wilderness. All right. So we're going to go ahead and look for another Jeremiah prophecy here. And what? We're going to go to Ezekiel here. Ezekiel. Look how many here. Well, I'm going to choose something that, okay. So look here again. Remember the here a little, there a little? Okay. So look at Ezekiel 12. It says, and they shall know that I am the Lord when I shall scatter them amongst the nation and disperse them amongst the countries. See these here again? Now, those are the Egyptian. I'm going to go back to... Okay, so look at all these here. So, like I said, bear in mind, the here a little, there a little. So this is the main canon Bible. Now we're going to, if we can take it a little far here. Let's look at the Apocrypha real quick. Right? We're going to go and look at the Apocrypha, right? The hidden books of the Bible. And we're going to look at scatter here as well, right? Remember, we bear in mind, here a little, there a little. Alright? Right. Bear that in mind. Alright. Well, this website says it's the Apocrypha, but I don't see no Apocrypha books here. Hold on. If it says Apocrypha, hold on. Okay, so there's an Apocrypha book here. Okay, this is what? Baruch 2:4. See, he says here, scatter them again. This is a curse again on the original Israelites. So the original Israelites is scattered all over the world. Who is all over the world? So-called black people, right? Look here again. Prophecy here again. This is we're into the Apocryphas right now. Then we back into Daniel. So I think they're doing it alphabetical order. So we're gonna go to, let's see. We're gonna go to, I think Ezra would be a good one here. All right, Ezekiel. Well, anyway, the moral of the story here is this, right? The Egyptians and the Israelites of the Bible, and the Egyptian and the Israelite of today is two different set of people. Okay, so when you refer to modern Egypt people that you see on TV now, they're not the same like in the Bible. That's the moral of the story. When you refer to modern day Israel, they are not the same people like what mentioned in the Bible. If you go through these stuff, it's clear like daylight. I'm not gonna read all these full chapter. If you want to get the full understanding of the words of these, when it says they disperse them all over the world, go and read the whole chapter. Now I got more stuff like this that is controversial coming. You know, my job is to always investigate the truth. The bottom line here, if you tell if someone is, you know, afraid of religiously, if they don't want to stand up, then that means they're not standing on the truth religiously. Or, well, we're not into religion, but if you're dealing with spiritual stuff or stuff like this, biblical stuff, you should be able to stand up to the truth or critique. If you can't take criticism, then you're not standing on the truth. But until next time, you know, if you like this, subscribe, share, tell a friend. Have a good one. Bless.